Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Lance from NerfThis.TV. Today we're going to have a look at the mouse features that have been built into iOS 13.4. I've had a little bit more time to have a look at it, and I've picked up a few ways and tips and tricks along the way, so I thought I'd share them with you, as well as a couple of other things that I've picked up as well. Right, so the last time that I had a look at the trackpad and mouse features in the new iOS 13.4, I was a little disappointed that just using the default settings, you can't do exactly what I'm doing here now and, scroll page to page. You had to still use either the trackpad or, traditional touch. Since then, obviously, I found a way to get around that. Originally, the features were built into the accessibility, and they haven't gone anywhere. So you can actually still use those features, obviously with the new built-in integration for the mouse cursor. So what you do is you go to accessibility options in your settings and you go back down to touch. Now, as you can see, I've actually put the touch assistant accessibility option back on again. And this allows me to do a few things, including go down to devices, to my mouse, and allocate each of pretty much any button that you have on your mouse. In this case, I've got a couple of extra, 3 of them. So you've got your traditional left click, right click, and then I've got the back one, little one on the back here, set to home, and then the 2 on the side set to dock and app switcher. But you can set them to anything that you want. So you can actually go in here, and from this fairly lengthy list, you can make the button whatever you feel like. So that's the first thing I did, and turning those features on just on their own like that allowed me to now use the mouse as a traditional touch interface. Okay, so that's the one way that I've fixed one of the problems, and also now I get to use the rest of the buttons. So the one button will bring up my app switcher. The other button, if I was in an app, so let's go back to our settings here. If I was in an app and I hit the other one, then that brings up my dock, makes it easier for multitasking, etc. And of course, the other button just takes me home. Now that was the one feature. The other feature was, if you go into, again, accessibility, and you scroll down to pointer control, you have a couple of settings here that you can change as well, including obviously the size of your cursor. If you need it extortionately big, you can even give it a color outline. As you can see there, we don't actually want a color outline. But the one thing that I did use here is normally your animations are on. So when it gets to, see, like the button at the top there that you can see, it snaps to that type of thing. And also when you hover over any icon, you'll see that it sort of goes into that icon, or becomes that icon, or snaps to the icon, or however you want to say it. But now if you actually go back there and you turn that off, pointer control, and you actually turn that animation off, you can see your cursor over the icon without it actually snapping into the icon, which to me is a lot better, a lot easier, and it actually feels a lot quicker. And while I was messing around in here, I actually found, if you go to keyboards here, now on a Windows PC or a Mac, you can actually use your keyboard to navigate completely around the whole operating system. You can now do that in iOS as well. If you go into the accessibilities and then into keyboards, you can see a full keyboard access, generally turned to off. But if you turn it on, you see it now highlights the left here. And you can now tab through all the different areas and navigate through basically the entire operating system, just using your keyboard. So it operates a little bit more like a traditional operating system or desktop operating system. And also this box that you see appearing around here, you'll see if you don't use it, it goes away after a while. See, and again, it works the same with pretty much every icon and every part of the operating system, which I thought was quite nice. I personally don't think I'd use that for iOS, but it's a nice feature to have in there if you are used to using your keyboard for doing most of your navigation around your operating system. That's great to have. But for now, I think I will go in there and I will turn that off. Yes, I do want to turn it off. So there's a couple of quick little things that I've picked up. I hope they helped you and were informative for you. Please like, subscribe, all those lovely things, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.